Should Ruben Amorim go? Should Ineos sack him? Did he walk out the door? Is this philosophy ever going to work? The questions are just going to be there now every single day until Ruben Amorim starts to be consistent with this side. But is it too late? We have had a big update from Samuel Luckhurst from the MEN around the situation of Ruben Amorim and whether or not he's going to survive at the football club. We're going to get into that on this midday update for you all here on FUTV United TV. Of course, we don't want to be talking negatively. Of course, we don't want to be talking about the negative side of Manchester United, but it is all we've got at the moment, and unfortunately we're going to have to suck it up as a Man United fan base and deal with the news that's coming. You knew this was coming. You knew these reports were going to start being reported after what we witnessed yesterday, off the back of what we've already seen so far this season, off the back of what we finished with last season. It's getting worse and worse and worse for Manchester United, having spent more and more and more money, and obviously United now are going to have to make a call if things don't get better. We're bringing the update on Samuel Luckhurst now. Quickly, first of all, as you can see right there, I did say it this morning as well, massive thank you to everybody. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Today we actually hit 100,000 subscribers. I still cannot believe that this happened, everyone. So thank you again for that. And if you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe button and join in the journey with us here on FUTV United TV. Absolutely buzzing with it. Thank you. Into the news, and that's about as far as the positivity goes on this video, because it is negative. I'm just going to say it as it is. Samuel Luckhurst from the MEN talking about reports coming out of Manchester United, people close to Ruben Amorim. In fact, it's come out, and you've probably seen it all over social media this morning, that Ruben Amorim does have the full support and backing of the Manchester United board at the moment. There is no talk of Ruben Amorim losing his job. I think we can safely say that that probably is the outcome we was expecting after the weekend. No one's going to make any knee-jerk reaction decisions at Manchester United after the defeat to Manchester City. It's 4 games into a season in the Premier League, 5 if you count the Grimsby Cup diabolical performance that we had in that game, but still, as bad as it is still early doors, and things could change. Yeah, they could change. But what we're seeing is a consistent theme with underperformances under Ruben Amorim that everybody's talking about. So the inevitable comes about. Ruben Amorim, his decisions obviously have come under the spotlights, and now Ineos are under the spotlight, and everyone's expecting Man United to make a call or reports to come out. Are they going to back Ruben Amorim? The show of support, the dreaded vote of confidence, as a lot of people call it, at the football club, has come out today on the 15th of September, this Monday lunchtime. Manchester United are fully behind Ruben Amorim. But that's not the big point to take from this. People around Ruben Amorim, like sources close to Ruben Amorim, Samuel Luckhurst of the MEN has reported today, have said they find it incredible that Ruben Amorim's job is not under threat at the moment. I think everybody in world football looking in thinks it's incredible that Ruben Amorim's job is not under threat at the moment. Everybody from the outside looking in is saying that his time at United is done. This is not acceptable for Manchester United. Are Manchester United standards internally different to how everybody else on the outside actually sees Manchester United? Because the aura of Manchester United from within seems to be falling away. And everybody on the outside is actually looking at this and saying, what is going on at Manchester United? Why are Manchester United actually accepting this level of performance? And if you've got people, and it's just putting this out there, obviously it's just a little bit of an update, but if you've got people out there that are actually now second-guessing Manchester United's decisions around the employment of Ruben Amorim, and people inside close to Ruben Amorim, maybe representation or whatever, coming out and talking to media like Samuel Luckhurst, saying these things, that they find it incredible his job isn't up for grabs or isn't a threat at the moment, then you've clearly got a favouritism side of things. Jim Radcliffe fully backing Ruben Amorim because he likes him. He likes what he's doing. Is he accepting of the standards that are at Manchester United right now, that this is just what has to happen before we get better? Are we okay being out of Europe again? Because if this continues, looking at the way that everyone else is playing, and we only can look off what exactly is happening with other football clubs, how well they're playing for their managers. You look at the turnaround at Everton, you look at Brighton, Bournemouth, Brentford, Spurs, all of these clubs. Eddie Howe now getting things turned around again after the nightmare situation with Newcastle in the summer, and they're back again now on the winning trail. All of these other clubs have a way of playing, and we know what's coming from them other clubs. If you look at Manchester United right now, can you hand on heart tell yourself that we are going to make European football this season if it continues this way? Because what we heard from the press conference last night was that Ruben Amorim is not going to change. We spoke about that this morning. So if he's not going to change, and this is how it's going to be, with the players that we've now got, with all of the signings that we have made, and everything put into the pot right now, if this is how we're going to continue, then you have to say that Man United are just going to keep on falling down, and we're not going to be in Europe again. Is that sustainable? Well, only Ineos can answer that question. Only Ineos can come out and say that we're okay not being in Europe for 2 or 3 seasons, because if it does carry on this way with Ruben Amorim, then we are not going to be in Europe for a second season in a row. And then you're going to make a decision at the end of the season whether or not to renew Ruben Amorim's contract. And that's going to be a massive call, because at this point we all know what Ruben got, the 2.5-year deal that he got at Manchester United. If he manages to see out the season and Ineos are accepting that this is okay, and then you're going to have the next question: does Ruben get a new deal, or do you just say goodbye? Are they going to give him a full year and then say thank you, we give you a good go, and then say see you later? But again, the bigger point from this report and what Ineos are coming up against right now is people questioning the leaks again. There is always going to be leaks. No surprise, it's come from Samuel Luckhurst again, from the MEN, and trying to get into people in and around Manchester United. I'm not saying Samuel Luckhurst is the most negative journalist out there, but he is going to double down on them negative vibes around Manchester United and the negative reports and the demise of this football club. Like, he is a Man United supporter. I've seen him watch games. I've been sat next to him. Like, he actually knows that Manchester United right now are on a huge decline and we are going nowhere forward very quickly. And he's going to report this, and he's going to keep on putting this out there, because everybody wants to know what's happening. And if someone has leaked another story out, does that not just show you again that there is discontent at Manchester United from within? If people are leaking news out again, it's not what we want to hear. We don't want to know about this. We just want to go along and wait for the news to break. If anything significant comes out, and we hear about it when we should hear about it. But no, everybody's just waiting for Manchester United to fall so we can get these negative vibes out again. What have I always said every single time we talk about United? If we're winning on the pitch, the journalists have got nothing to talk about. If we're losing, expect this to happen. And sadly, we're sat here as Man United fans listening to all of the journalists completely destroy our football club. And they are destroying our football club with the reporting that they're doing. But they're not going to talk about anything else. They can only talk about what's happening in front of them. And I would actually agree with this report. Like, I find it incredible that there's not even talk of Ruben Amorim's job being at risk. You cannot be a Man United manager and actually think that you are safe in what you are doing if these are the performances and results that are coming out from this football club. So that really is the big point that we're trying to make here in this video. It's like, are there people within Manchester United that are actually thinking, what is going on here? Why is nothing changing? And you are only going to get more and more unrest from every single player that isn't featuring that much in this team. We said this the other day. You'll start to feel all of the negativity come out from leaks, from people that don't agree with what's happening at the football club, from the players who are unhappy at the football club, and the media are there waiting to lap it up and get it out there for everybody to read. But Ruben is safe. He has got a chance. He has got time. So Jim Radcliffe is backing his man, it would seem. Whether you think that's the right decision or not, get into the comments below. But the worrying sign is, again, as soon as we hit that big brick wall again, the leaks have started to come out, and sources close to this guy and close to that guy, close to the manager or the player or a certain coach around Manchester United are saying this and saying that. It's all coming back again. Is it like what Gary Neville said? Have we seen this movie before? Is this just developing into the next episode for Manchester United? It is a series of episodes at Manchester United when it comes to managers and coaches at the moment. This one seems to be going one way, and you can't help but feel that way, even if you are fully behind Ruben Amorim and this philosophy and the system and everything that you want to happen at United. You cannot disagree with the fact that Manchester United are on that same pathway again to the inevitable outcome, which is another manager losing his job. How does he turn it around? But for now, he's safe, and Ineos are happy with their man. Let me know what you think in the bottom, everybody, in the comments. Thank you already for everybody who has subscribed. Hit that subscribe button up on your screen again. Give this video a like, and I'll see you in the next video, everyone.